All right, guys, welcome back to the Other Controller podcast. Like always, we got the fantastic and always beautiful Mr. fucking Corn Dog here.
I was really hoping he was going to say my name. I'm not going to lie.
It's like, oh my god, who is it? Who is it?
We got Steady.
Yeah, fuck you guys. You don't get adjectives.
No, they know who they are.
I'm glad I got
still
all
minus Merc, though. I had to pull it back from what you did last time, though.
That was a great opening.
All right, but you had a story kick this shit off.
I do have a story that happened yesterday. So for like the past week and a half, I've been real sick. I had like a sinus infection and my stomach's been upset. And yesterday I had the screaming memes. You know, Jackson Pollock with the toilet bowl.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Just painted all sorts of colors. And so I was at work and I was like, it's like every hour I had to go and take a shit. And I'm like, this is getting on my nerves, man. And I was picking something up and I had that moment and I shot up real quick. I was like, oh, it's like, guys, there's a 60% chance I just shat myself. And they're like, what? I'm like, I may or may not have just shit my pants. And like, what are you talking about? You know, we're like super busy and I didn't have time to go to the bathroom straight away. So I had to like put the shit away and then go to the bathroom.
So you're doing all those like tight ass shuffles?
Oh yeah,
clench and just
whole penguin walk everywhere. And they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, you really don't want to know at the moment? Because I don't know. It was like not enough to be concerned, but enough for me to notice. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, dude.
So I went to the bathroom, and luckily it was just one of those sketchy farts because I was sweaty.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, I came out.
Fucking swamp ass fart, yeah!
Yeah, it was. Like, yeah, I farted, and it was like, that's a different temperature than what I expected it to be, and it lingered for a bit. So I was like, dude, there could be something just lingering in my trousers.
Those fucking hot farts, you never know if they're a shit or not.
I googled that shit the other fucking week.
What hot shits?
No, farting. So like, I don't know, recently like I've been farting and there's like an insane amount of heat coming out with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? What's up? Something's up here. And no, so
you don't know if you shit yourself or not.
The answer behind it is like, if you eat a lot of spicy foods, your farts will have some fucking heat packed behind them. And I drown fucking hot sauce on all my shit. So it's like, oh, all right, well, that's what it is. A hot fart is spicy food.
Oh my god, dude!
And now you know.
I did not shit my pants, by the way. We were in the clear.
Good. No, you're good. You're good.
Full clear.
Do you walk around
at
with
the same time? I was like, "Fuck! I could have got off work so early if I just let it happen." You know what I mean?
That was a ride home, though.
Yeah,
bro. I live like 4 minutes away. I'm fine with that.
You would be labeled like that's something that's gonna follow you around.
Yeah,
like
dude that shot himself.
Exactly, guy.
Dude, I don't give a shit. They'd be like, "Dude, I heard you shit yourself," and be like, "I did, man. You should have seen it."
I got home early. What'd you do that day?
Fuck.
So that's a good question then. I assume when you all take a bag to work, right? Or you just have like a day bag with various things in it.
No.
Oh, well.
Explain.
Yeah. Wait.
No, I did when I first started. I'd bring like an extra set of clothes, and I had like my first aid kit and things like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just like a backpack that has whatever the fuck you're gonna need. What? Random shit.
Your first aid kit for the shits.
Hell yeah! Dude. If it worse comes to worse and it's not stopping, just shove the gauze like you're packing a bullet hole. Get in there.
Oh my god.
All right, so I guess only me and Corn Dog do that. Then never mind.
You're gonna continue with this story though that you were.
Oh no, I was just wondering, like, if you guys like, what kind of things do you guys keep in your day bags?
But what do we know you have tampons, but what else?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say so.
A day bag though.
It's just like better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, kind of thing. Like, I'm not talking about doomsday prepper fucking walking around with a 72-hour bug out bag, but I'm talking about like not that extreme, like a tech bag, just like, oh, I have spare batteries, you know, like some shit like that. My tablet, socks, underwear, t-shirt. I definitely keep those.
I started school, I still carried my backpack from the Air Force, so it had like a lot of my shit I'd use for maintenance in it. So I had like rubber bands and band-aids and just various shit. I think I still have like aircraft batteries.
Yeah, the socks I carry in case it rains and like I step in a fucking puddle or some shit, or if I'm walking to work and I step in slush, or if I'm walking to work and I step in slush, I got a backup pair of socks. T-shirt in case it gets really fucking hot, I need to swap out. And the underwear is funny. With my ex, we went to Roosevelt Island, and there was this father and a little kid, and the dad is basically changing the kid. The kid looked like he was 4 or 5. He's just changing him, but he's yelling at him. He's like, "You're 4. Like, how can you shit yourself?" And from that point forward, I was like, you know what? That's a good idea to fucking have backup underwear in case that shit ever fucking happens.
He's in the mirror. You're 30. How are you?
But he's yelling at the 4-year-old. It's like, damn, dude, you're kind of going in hard. Like, he's 4. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Instead of yelling in the mirror. 30, how could you do this?
You're 30 years old. How did you shit yourself?
They're like, dude, you're all right? And you're just like, I having a moment, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That's like the fucking after ruck shit.
Yeah.
That was
actually
fucked.
No, the after ruck shit was like, it was bad because like my legs hurt and my lower back hurt. So going down to take a shit hurt worse than like anything else.
I was talking about that fucking bathroom we both walked into, and the dude just had fucking thrown out undies.
Oh, and how he sat on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
There's just like a fucking turd snake sitting on the fucking the porta potty fucking seat.
Oh my God.
How do you miss?
I have no
He was
idea.
probably like one of those people that won't plant their ass on public toilet seats and completely fucking missed.
No, and it was fucked because none of the girls could use the washroom. So it's like a guy's only bathroom, I guess.
Like, if you're gonna hover, you have to practice.
You can't.
I mean, to be fair, that's a big fucking target.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. My story's not gonna live up to this shit now. God damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Well,
I told you it was almost an emergency.
We're happy that it didn't fucking... Yikes.
I was expecting like Pedro to get sucked under the fucking dishwashing machine and not almost bend over and shit your pants.
Nope, it was just me borderline and shitting myself.
I could imagine him, like he said, he shot up and stood up, but like the face he fucking made was probably priceless. Like, whoop, eyeballs opened up, lips tightened up, just like.
Yep.
Dude, did I say anything? If I say anything,
like the dude I said,
nobody move.
The thing is, when I stood up, like no one was really looking at me, and I just kind of like announced that I almost shat myself. I was like, I was in such a panic state. And no one asked if I was okay.
It's like right after a car accident. Is everybody okay? Are you good? Are we everybody all right?
Like no one cared. Like you're just like walking by. I was
just a frazzled corner. I almost shat myself. In the middle of dinner service and shit.
Could you imagine being like the fucking like out there eating? We got a cold brown. Cold brown.
Yeah, and then my gigantic ass comes waddling out the back, and there's like, oh, that's the guy. That looks like the guy that would shit his pants.
Does he handle the food? Don't worry about it. No, it's good. It's good.
He touches it after you already ate it. It's fine.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Just don't say that ever.
That's how I describe it.
Oh my God. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that was good. That was
my
good.
story's nowhere
totally
fucking
normal,
close
kids.
to this now.
All right, Brian, what do you got?
Yeah, dude, I had to go to a fucking eye exam, just like the normal military eye exam. They're like, yeah, you failed this part of the test. Because normally what I'll do is I'll just cheat. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can still read and memorize all the fucking characters on the eye exam board. So when they make you close the other eye, which in my case is my fucking Forrest Whitaker eye, and I'm staring at this shit, I was like, huh? Read line 4. And I read line 3, and they're like, you're cheating, aren't you? Fuck.
No.
So they made me go do this fucking eye exam. But I go to this lady, dude, and I was not prepared for this old foreign lady to roast me as she did. She's like, yeah, you got partially, like, not super like a parent, but you have a partial lazy eye. It's like, yeah, all right, thanks. I know that. She's like, well, the issue is that it's like up and to the left, so it looks like your eye's always looking back at memories. I was like, this bitch.
Eyes cocked like a pistol.
I was like, She's like, it's not bad. You can try to fix it with an eye patch. I was like, I am 26 years fucking old. I'm not about to be wearing an eye patch from day to day.
What the fuck is
Eye
wrong
patch
with
is
you?
awesome, dude.
Why would you not take that opportunity?
That's like plus 10 badass points just walking around.
Yeah, with a fucking foam eye patch on my eye.
Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, it's
Got a
not
customized
like a cool one. Yeah, exactly.
Big boss, you got this, man.
It'd be cool like if you had an eye patch because you didn't have an eye, but someone's like, why do you have an eye patch? And be like, oh, this eye's dumb.
Yes.
How to fix it.
But dude, like the entire fucking time, she's like, "Yeah, that eye sucks." I was like, "Thanks, I know I can't see with it, but okay." I'm over here. She's like, "Does this look better?" I was like, "Honestly, I don't fucking know what you're doing. I can't see anything. What you're trying to do? Sure, it looks better. What do you want me to see?" She's like, "Well, I want you to see what's in front of you." Apparently, that's a problem. So we continue with fixing that? She got that attitude. She's like, maybe it's that up and to the left issue. Maybe you shouldn't be looking at past memories anymore. I was like, this bitch.
You should like ask him to move the projector.
Oh my god, dude.
Might be easier for
Do you guys have an off-centered projector?
Bro, I was mad. She's like, you got one eye dead ahead, the other one's looking at old shit like it's trying to fucking reconceive. Like this, I hate everything about you, lady. Like, why are you coming at me so hot? Like, I already paid you.
That's incredible. Yo,
As soon as I went to go pick up my fucking glasses, I had to go back. I had to go pick up my fucking glasses. And she saw me walk in. She was like, hey, what's going on, cockeye? I was like, I cannot with this one, bro.
You should have looked at her. You should have looked at her and pointed the wrong way and been like, listen here, woman.
Oh, she would have pulled me in for another fucking eye exam if I did that shit. I was not about it, dude. I've never been roasted at a doctor's appointment so fucking hard.
I got a quick story about my eyes, too, actually. I was going on Snapchat, and one of my friends back in Washington was putting memories up from a couple of years ago. And it was like, oh, there's him with his dog when it's a puppy, and I'm like just clicking through them. And then it's us on the lunch truck. And like he's making a dumb face, and my eyes are doing the Steve Buscemi shit, where they're both looking at the side of my head. I was like, motherfucker! I was like, is that me? And he's like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, dude, do my eyes always do that? I was generally concerned because I didn't
Chameleon
know.
eyes and shit. It's like, how?
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, bro, I had like a panic attack. I was like, holy shit, do I have two lazy eyes? They run in my family on both sides. I was really concerned. Like, I went to the bathroom and I was staring hard as shit, and I'm like, just doze off. Come on, dude, just let him go. I couldn't do it. I was like, I think it was just like night shift or something.
Oh my god.
Just tired. I had double Forrest Whitaker, bro. They were fucking everywhere.
Oh. Yeah, dude. I saw... I'm looking at... They gave me a fucking iPad, so I gotta wear this bitch. I look fucking retarded walking around my house. Ran into the fucking fridge twice. Wall once.
Well, that's why the fridge broke.
No, this was well before that. This was last week. Yeah, exactly. That's my other fucking iPad.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Yo, that comment's funny as shit.
Damn.
Hey, bro, just cross.
It's not that bad. Fuck you.
Oh shit, man.
He's gonna die.
Bro, do you not, dude? Like two mixes, bro. Just fucking cross eyes and fat people falling down. I can't take either of them. They're so fucking funny.
But like what I've always known, like people who are cross-eyed, it's not even the eyes, like it's the rest of the face that makes them look really fucking dumbfounded. Like he looks like he was just asked a fucking word problem in math.
No, he looks like.
Man, like chill, bro.
Oh, he was called out for popcorn reading. He was all fucked up. Reading both pages at the same fucking time.
You remember that video, the why you asking all them questions?
Oh, yeah.
Making statements.
Oh fuck! What a goddamn start. We talk about video games, right?
So yeah, let's say so like gaming news and tech and stuff.
Actually, I do have some gaming news. Oh fuck yeah! That's what it looked like in that picture, bro. Like no shit, they were hard gone. Oh fuck!
But were like both of them like his right eye, like.
Dude, both of them were just gone. I was like, oh. That's why I was so concerned. Gaming news.
Yeah, we got topics. There's content here.
I do. Faker of T1 Entertainment over in Korea is the mid laner for the League of Legends team. He's like regarded as the best league player in the world. Has been for a long time. He's got 3 world titles and all that shit. But he just signed a new contract, which makes him co-owner of T1 Entertainment. Now, this isn't the first time an esports player has had this kind of contract. Bjergsen here in NA has one similar with TSM. When I started looking into it, Bjergsen's contract is more like they gave him enough shares to have him have a say in like holder meetings and whatnot. Whereas Faker is like co-owner of T1 Entertainment, like as a whole. And to put it in perspective, people don't follow esports. The Faker thing is like if the Lakers went to LeBron and were like, hey, do you want to co-own the Lakers and still play for them? Because T1 Entertainment is Comcast and like I think it's called SK Telecom in Korea. They combined and made T1 Entertainment.
Oh, Michael Jordan did that with the Bobcats.
Like it is an insane move for a player in like any sports to be co-owner of the whole thing and still play.
That's pretty cool.
And it raises a lot of questions where, say if he's not getting along with a teammate, does he have the power to just be like, no, he's off the team. We don't want him. You know what I mean? Like, does he hold too much power now?
That's fucked. It's like that. They're putting a lot of faith in him and a lot of trust in him to do that.
Yeah, I mean, he's been on like that's his first team, and that's the only team he said he's ever going to play for. Like, allegedly, he was given a blank check from some teams here in NA to come play for us. And he turned it down to stay in Korea.
Fuck.
I mean, but even with like that much power, there's still some balance. Because like if you start trying to fuck around and piss off the whole team, they walk. You can't be a team of one, you know?
Yeah.
So there's still going to be some balance and shit.
It's still like a groundbreaking contract for a video game player. And there was like news circling that it was like a multi-million-dollar contract, and then this came out that he was going to be co-owner. Wild shit.
They put up the Nintendo PlayStation up for sale. It's in an auction, and I was reading up that the owner, he turned down like offers of like over $1 million, but the auction is only up to $300,000, which I think is kind of weird. Like I guess he kind of overvalued what he would get for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of cool that it was valued at over $1 million by the collector, but now it's selling, and I would just wonder how high it's gonna get, and I wonder if that is gonna cause an effect to like people that are like in garage sales and shit. Like they're gonna see it sell for upwards of $300,000, and then they're gonna think that their games are worth a lot of money. And I wondered if that's gonna have any effect on the secondhand market for vintage video games.
I mean, maybe for a bit. I think it'll be like graphics cards when Bitcoin and all these other digital currencies went crazy, where the prices skyrocketed. But after a while, it's like it came back down. So if people start pricing their shit super high, but it's not moving, it's going to come back down.
Well, I think for like vintage video games, we're, I'd say, entering an era where they're going to start becoming collectibles, and like you see people selling Pokemon cards for insane amounts of money. Video games will get to that point. You know, I mean, they're going to be a hot commodity.
But insane amounts? Like
not right now. Like we're still like on. We're not even like at the cusp yet. You know, we're still dipping our toes in the water.
Oh, you mean in terms
Give
of
me
like
time.
the average game price going up?
No, I mean like vintage shit.
Vintage,
where, like,
vintage, gotcha.
they don't make this shit no more. It's like there's only 100 of these left in the world. They're gonna like,
For
those are gonna get
physical,
huge.
yeah, there's always going to be that as time goes forward. But even like the vintage games themselves, you could always get the digital version, but you're not going to get, have the physical actual. Like, there's always going to be a market for that. Like, oh, I have the physical version of this, not the emulation. You could always play it, sure, for fucking free, but you don't physically own it. That whole collector's aspect is still going to be there.
I think in years to come, those are gonna skyrocket.
But I think that's everything. That's any kind of collection.
And to be fair, this is quote unquote a one of one. Like, this is the only one that's known to be in existence. But I wonder, like, after this sells, if there's gonna be like more that come out of the woodworks.
Sure, there'll be like imitations.
So listen, this was a prototype, right?
Yeah, it was the prototype. Because before the PlayStation was created, Nintendo was gonna do a venture with with Sony so that they can have a disc-based gaming system to go along with the cartridge-based system.
Like the Sega CD?
Kind of. But at the last minute, they backed out and they ended up going with Philips. Or I'm sorry, not Philips, Panasonic. And so that's what essentially started the snowball of the PlayStation. Because they backed out of that deal that they were supposed to have. It was like a joint venture, and Nintendo like kind of pulled the plug late in the game. And this system that's up for sale is supposedly the only one that's known to be like ever created.
So it's the only working prototype available, like ever made.
Exactly.
That's pretty badass.
That'd be wild, though.
Shit, I'm surprised it's only going for like 300, 400,000.
And that's why that fucking the guy who owns it's a dumbass, because they've offered him over $1 million, and it's only bidding for like 300,000. And I don't know if there's a reserve on it because I'm trying to find the website, but I can't find it.
The owner turned down a $1.2 million offer.
Yeah, so the current bid is 300,000.
So his dumbass basically thought, I'm going to turn down your 1.2 because I'm pretty sure it's going to go up past that in bids.
Yeah, it's like if you're willing to pay that, someone's willing to pay more.
Oh, and
Right,
the auction
that-
ends in 11 days.
There's time, but
I don't think so.
I hope it doesn't hit over 1.2 just so he can kick himself in the ass.
I just wonder who's buying it, man. Like, I hope it goes to like some sort of museum or something.
Oh,
Like, I hope it's not
that'd be dope.
some fucking dickhead buying it just so he can have it in his collection.
Just to have the Omega Flex.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Chances
just to
are
be like-
that's what's going to happen. Unless
Yeah,
it's a cool
pretty
guy,
much.
like, hey, I did it, I got it, I flexed on it, and then I donated it to a museum. That'd be fucking cool, but that's wishful thinking.
Or if it's on, like, because you know how they loan stuff, like, for exhibits and stuff?
Mhm.
It'd
Yeah.
be cool if like, that they would have an exhibit around it. Because it looks pretty cool. Like, and then I saw it it was in a video by Ben Heck. He actually restored it because it wasn't in working order, but he was able to restore it.
So we could all agree that we hope it ends up somewhere appropriate, and that the guy that turned down the 1.2 gets way less than 1.2. Just for
Fair.
being a greedy cunt.
Fair.
Speaking of tech, I'm going to say if we're concerned, but like, and is anybody else really thinking about like the way the rest of this year is going to play out for hardware manufacturing, for phones, graphics cards, like any kind of tech component because of the current health issues going around? That's how we're going to word it so that we're not tripping anything.
I mean, so like,
Wait, I
Apple already pulled some super fucking weird shit with this.
Oh, what's up, Quandog? What'd you say?
I was zoning out because I was Googling stuff. What'd you say?
Is it like, are you guys concerned, or like, what are your predictions for how the rest of the year is going to play out in terms of hardware manufacturing for tech because of the current health issues going around.
I think it's going to drive up some, like, it's going to drive up prices for stupid shit for no fucking reason for a little while.
Yeah, because we've already got, PS5 and the new Xbox are coming out this year.
Yep.
I'm sure production's going to be affected by that. NVIDIA's new series of cards are coming out, which I'm going to get. But now I'm a little fearful because I kind of already figured it's going to be some stupid price, like starting at about a grand. But is it going to go up way past that? Like, we've seen RAM jump from $75 for 16 gigs up to almost $200 at one point. We've seen hard drives go up because of the tsunamis that hit Thailand and where they were making the drives. How bad, like, is it going to be a scarcity and availability, or are we looking at, or are we thinking it's going to be an availability is going to be there, but the price is going to be higher?
So I think it's going to be a little bit of both. Because if you, obviously China is a huge entity that makes pretty much everything that we buy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's only going to affect just like hardware. I think it's going to affect everything.
True. It's not just going to be that. I'm just thinking like that was just like the first market that kind of like jumped to mind. It's like, shit, like we're constantly getting new electronics and the pieces are being made overseas by somewhere that's really being affected by something at the moment. That's going to overall, like, holy shit, like what's going to happen? Like, how's that gonna, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, like saying like I don't care about what's happening. I'm just like talking about this one aspect of all of that.
Yeah, no.
It's interesting that I just had like a thought that it's interesting how Microsoft is pushing towards, or I'm sorry, is advertising that the Xbox, the current Xbox that's out, is going to be still supported up to a year after the Xbox Series X releases. So I wonder if that's like a preemptive measure or if it's just like a weird coincidence. Because obviously
maybe
it's
both.
Yeah, it's like super weird. Now I just thought of that. But it's weird how this is happening and then they're trying to push like, oh well, we know that quote unquote we have a current family of Xboxes out there and we don't want to sort of push you into getting the new one. They kind of want to ease you into getting the Series X from the One X or the original. But I'm just wondering because obviously this is going to affect the workforce in China. It's going to be decreased by however many people are affected by this. But I think it's going to be that stacked on all of the stuff that's going on politically with sanctions. That's just going to drive up the price of everything for, I would say, the next 6 to 7 months at least.
Now I'm wondering if the consumer is going to be footed with that bill, or if the companies are going to come in like the cool guy, highly unlikely, and foot that high difference for a while.
You're fucking high.
It's like, hell fucking no.
Yeah, no, dude, shit's going to be expensive for a while.
Yeah.
Unless the companies do the shady shit and they give us a little bit more of a higher price and they move it to different countries in Asia, whether it be
because isn't Apple talked about like how they moved their manufacturing to India and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Brazil's another big market. I was learning about this, I think last year. Brazil's starting to compete with China in some aspects of industry like that.
It's going to be really interesting because it seems like it's going to brew up to be the perfect storm with all of the new hardware that's slated to come out next year, next generation consoles, new phones, the new graphics cards. And I wonder even if there's new CPUs that are coming out, they're going to be affected by this as well.
Yeah, because this year I plan either mid or end of the year, I wanted to do a full new build. And now I'm over here like, maybe I'm going to wait till next year because I think prices are going to fucking really hurt. Like, I wanted to go all out this time around. But I don't want to go all out plus surplus because of world events. So it's like, you know what? This computer's still really trucking along just fine. I can wait.
I've been telling myself I'm going to wait till next year for like 8 years now.
Oof.
No, 6.
My 1070 is still chugging along. No problem. I can stream baby. Off of it and fucking play games on it. And I'm getting 60 frames. No problem still. I'll wait.
So I was speaking of like how everything may be overpriced. I was kind of wondering if Sony's gonna delay the PS4. I'm sorry, the PS5. And I, in an aspect of like not being related as to what's going on in China. But I mean, obviously that would be a factor. But if you notice, they haven't been showing anything.
Right.
They haven't been.
What are you talking about? We had that sexy logo.
Yeah, right. They showed off the great logo that nobody thought of.
It's the logo nobody asked for, but the one we're getting. It's like, all right, whatever, guy.
So they pulled out of PAX East, and they're not. They haven't showed up to E3 last year either. But it's like Microsoft is killing it with as far as like the advertisement. They've already shown us what it looks like. They showed in-engine stuff with the Hellborn
series.
What is that called? No, Hellborn. On the tip of my, what the fuck is that called?
Sunyata's Blade. Trailer. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Gotcha.
Yeah. The trailer. But we're still waiting for anything from PS5.
So, yes, I agree with everything you're saying. But Sony still has a slight advantage that Microsoft doesn't. And that's loyalty. Brand loyalty is really fucking big. So even if they wait forever to announce something, I still feel that Sony edges out Microsoft as far as loyalty goes amongst the consumer for the console. They could have a tech spec side by side, and the new Xbox can piss on the PS5. I'm not saying it does, but I'm saying like it could whenever we get everything laid out. And I still feel the PS5 is going to be the more favorable option.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of switching back to Xbox next generation.
Because it still boils down to you have the combination of brand loyalty and then you have exclusives, which really make or break with the brand loyalty to really see who the winner is going to be.
I always get both at some point.
Yeah. Because they never gave an exact release date for the PS5 yet, right?
They're both just holiday 2020.
Holiday 2020. So with what's going on, either company can come out and say, hey, you all have to understand production value, production time set has been pushed back a bit. So we may not actually get the consoles this season. Obviously, they haven't said that yet because we're early on in the year, but we'll see how things unfold.
I don't think either one is going to grab their nuts and do it. I think they're both just going to
a waiting game.
Yeah, I think they're both just going to release it. And what I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I'm kind of guessing it is that the PS5 is going to be a rush shit show. And it's going to be like the Xbox 360 where it ships with like a whole mess of issues.
I could see that.
Because it looks like, obviously Xbox, they realizes they lost last generation because of the slow start in 2013 with the DRM and all that bullshit that they were pushing. And so they're trying to win the next console generation. So they're making all of these strides, and I feel like they're doing the right things with acquiring developers. It looks like they're actually being more consumer than PlayStation with the cross-plat and being cross-platform with PC. But that as well as PS5 not showing up anywhere, I think they're starting to show that they're going to have a really strong next generation.
And it's good because from my understanding, I think from like consumer reports that I've read and shit over the years are that both companies sell their consoles at a loss financially, but it's the software that really helps supplement that and put them in the profit zone. So Microsoft having those kind of establishments, like trying to pick up and octopus out and grab every fucking small developer or whatever medium-sized and big developer they can under their name and their umbrella, I think it helps with that.
Also, we all know Halo's going to sell no matter what.
That's the title. And that's the thing. Like, that's like the running joke. When you run down the list of Sony exclusives, and then it's like, oh, well, what does Microsoft have? It's like, well, we have Halo.
But, I mean, Xbox also has backwards compatibility. And that's fucking dope, honestly.
We got to see what in PS5 supposed to play everything under the sun, like back from all the way back to PS1.
To be fair, that was that idiot GameStop employee's fucking. That was his prediction. So
that shit holds true, man. You gotta find that guy, and it's like, so we talk shit about you on our podcast. Hit us up. Also, my bad.
Also, can you talk to your manager about sponsorship?
Here's Big's email. Here we go.
Fuck, dude.
No, he'll sabotage it. This is the other controller podcast email.
There you go. There you go. It's official business inquiries.
Yeah. Hard spam. Junk folder, junk folder, junk folder.
So we gotta change the password and not give it to Brown so he doesn't fuck this up.
They're gonna follow me up with some bullshit too. It's like, here's your sponsorship. By the way, we threw in 2 years of payment plumber. Fuck you.
That's like the package. Like, you know how when they sign dudes to
man,
the contracts for shoes, they drop off like a big ass fucking truck of shoes. We're gonna get like fucking all the shitty fucking plushies that they have dropped off at our house that are on fucking clearance already.
We're gonna get the Game Informers from 2012 to 2014.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys have the Edge power-up card, we'll renew your sponsorship for an extra year. It's like, goddamn.
Yeah. This is good until we fully go into fucking bankruptcy. Hold on to that. It's good for a little while. You got this. Fuck you.
Just use it while we have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, man, now's the time to buy stocks in case they fucking turn it around, man.
Okay.
We have a liaison, and he keeps on calling us. Hey, you guys are using your cards too much. You need to back off.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, fuck that noise. I've seen crackheads on the street make better turnarounds than GameStop. Fuck that.
Oh, man.
If you're looking for a podcast to sponsor,
that's probably
they probably would too at this point. They're like, fuck it, we're going under, whatever.
Yeah, fuck it, might as well.
Maybe
they could help us.
That the crackheads making better turnarounds than GameStop, that's got to be a quote year. Like, that's so fucking funny.
Dude, like, fuck that noise. Yeah, we were trying to reach out to Dan Big Boy Brown. You? Fuck out of here.
How do you fuck up? Like, how do you run the company? Oh, man. Like, the only thing I could think of, I mean, the biggest thing I could think back and hate the most about GameStop was it's like, pre-order now and get this bonus and blah, blah. Like that era drove me fucking insane with GameStop.
So they, they were like, I went to one store because I do frequent GameStops once in a while when I'm looking for vintage video games. And she was like, oh, do you have any games you want to pre-order? I was like, well, I mean, Doom Eternal's coming out. She's like, oh, well, if you pre-order it, you could get Doom 64 for free. I was like, well, I don't want them both on the same console. I want Doom 64 on the Switch, and I want Doom Eternal on my PC. She was like, well, you can just cancel your pre-order if you pre-order it, I was like, oh, you sneaky bitch. I still didn't do it. I still left, but I second thought about it.
You should have been shady and be like, are you guys going to be open long enough to fulfill the pre-order? Like, how does this work?
We're just going to pocket that shit. And we're gonna
Dude, okay, so this is partially my fault, but I remember I pre-ordered Batman Arkham Asylum, and I never picked it up, and I forgot about it. When I remembered it, they remodeled it and moved the store to a different part of the mall, and they couldn't find the fucking pre-order. I was like, wow, y'all just stole $5 from me, you bitches.
Yep, that's more accurate.
Boob's gonna pass by that same one when they're going under and just go, ha, and just keep going.
Fuckers took my $5. I never even played Arkham Asylum.
I used to play through the Arkham series.
That's a good game.
Pre-ordered it, never picked it up.
So a little bit ago, I said I was zoning out. And it was from something that Boom said about the vintage games. And I was like, wait, is there a video game museum? There is.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
That's like when he said that, like I hope that's where it would end up at some point somehow. And it's not some fucking dickhead that just gets and is like, oh, look what I got.
And that picture of the Donkey Kong eyes is from their Twitter. And it just says, look out. Something big is headed to the National Video Game Museum.
Oh, shit.
That's terrifying, dude.
Do you think they're the ones putting in the highest bid at the moment?
Oh, that'd be dope. I think the last thing they were saying they had a new exhibit.
Just got to contact a bunch of fucking petty rich people. And it's like, yo, just increment each other's bid by a penny. So that fucker doesn't get the 1.2 mil.
Exists. I want to go this summer.
Where's it at?
Frisco, Texas.
That sounds hot.
It sounds dry and fucking hot.
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean,
I feel like they'd
I've
ask
always
me
said
for
I'm
my
never going
papers
back
over
to
there.
Texas, but I'd go to Texas for this. Birthday parties, unlimited tokens.
Oh,
they
you
got
looking on
games
Chuck E.
there?
Cheese?
No, this is the museum. Yeah, they got like arcades and shit.
That's tight.
Hey, hold on. Oh, bonus items are available for additional charges. Because what's included? 4 arcade tokens per person. And like the next line is unlimited tokens. Bitch, which one? I want to go be a grown ass man by myself.
So corn dog party 1?
Actually, I plan on doing that tomorrow. I want to go see the Sonic movie, but I'll probably end up going by myself to see the Sonic movie. I mean, facts.
So really quickly, I wanted to talk about the COD Season 2 release. Just getting shittier and shittier by the day. I feel like they peaked at the beta. It's just been a downhill spiral ever since. It also shout out to the homies at Infinity Ward for checking out the podcast. It did bring back a different map, but it was Rust. And I should have been careful what I wished for, because Rust is fucking ass. And there's shitheads that just fucking sit with their fucking sights aimed at all of the spawn points. And so you spawn and you're dead in 2 seconds. Like the greatest thing ever.
So, legitimate question when it comes to everybody's feelings on camping. Like right now, you pinpointed the problem. You pinpointed where they're at.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that fucking guy, because I know what you're going to say. Are you the problem for still going back over there? No, I'm not the fucking problem.
Oh, that answers that. All right.
You're a camper, you're a bitch. If you use claymores and or bouncing betties, you are a bitch. If you use both, you're a cunt. That's it. Questions?
That covers it all, guy.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. I wish they would stop. It's like they do something great and then they fucking cheddar bob themselves. They shoot themselves in the nuts every time.
So how do you combat it then?
I just don't play it, and then when I get bored with everything else, I play it. I mean, that's all I can do at this point. I bought it, so I can't unbuy it, unfortunately.
It's like, fuck them, fuck camping. I'm using my platform. I'm using my podcast to make it aware. Fuck it.
Yeah. Oh, how do I combat campers?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in general, let's say what would be something that you would do to combat it?
I wait until I could find a way out, and I spawn fuck the shit out of them until I reset the spawn.
Would there be a mechanic that you would implement to try and stop spawn camping in
please
general.
guide the questions because I'm fucking my.
That's what I meant. Like I'm not talking about COD. I'm talking about every fucking game because I mean we come across it from game to game. What would be some way to actually stop spawn camping?
It's like a double-edged
or camping
sword.
in general.
It's a double-edged sword or Catch-22. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Just like that hatchling thing in Tarkov.
Oof.
People are bitching about something, so they're gonna find a way to fix it. They're not gonna find a good way to fix it, and honestly, there is no good way to fix it because that's just them. That's like Big Brother stepping in to fuck around with the game.
Right.
I just wish people would stop being shitty, but that's not how the world works.
But yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. So yeah, Tarkov's. So basically, a hatchling is a player that runs in to any map and has nothing on. They've just got their hatchet in their hand and their secure container to extract something and make money. And people are bitching about it for some reason. And the developers stealth updated the AI to target these players. So now the AI will go out of their way to hunt down anyone that has less than a sidearm and a chest piece for armor, I believe. Like there's a bare minimum to not be the one that's being hunted down. It's pretty funny because you can like, since they have the God aim, you can navigate them in certain maps. If you're under them, you can basically run and they're going to chase you. So you can lead them from the garage, like through the mall above you and take them to other players and just fucking take the scavs wherever you want.
I haven't played Tarkov in like a week and a half.
Yeah, no, I'm highly addicted.
Last thing I did is I put my key cards on the market and then I just got busy and I went back like 2 days later and then they're just gone. And I was like, fuck. Oh,
Like
well.
you got your money for them, right? Like, is that what you mean?
No one bought them.
Oh, gotcha. So then it gets returned back to you.
Yeah, but since I didn't get it in 24 hours, they're gone.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, shit.
I remember, I forgot what I played years ago. I was playing Gary's mod on PC, and there was some fucking game mode where if you camped in one spot long enough, you got an ass cramp and your character died.
That's fucked.
It was fucking hilarious, but like that was that game mode's way of basically being like, no, you're not going to be allowed to get to this one spot in camp. And it was a little meter that filled up, forcing you to keep moving. Like I feel like if any AAA game seriously implemented something like that, people would be fucking pissed.
Like that's what I'm saying though. There's like no good way to implement an camping thing. Cause they're just gonna pick the like shittiest way to fucking do it. It's not gonna be anything pleasant.
The only thing I'm thinking would be map designers and developers would have to be a little more cautious about how they set up their maps to limit these spots, or make it like if there is going to be a choke point where someone's going to camp, it's got to be something that can be combated easily.
And then I feel like maybe I'm part of the issue. No, actually no, because fuck. That map is fucking stupid. You should not be able to sit at your spawn and kill other people while they're spawning.
That's the one-sided one, right? Where depending on what side you spawn on, one side has a clear advantage, like straight into the fucking spawn zone.
No, it's the one that's like a shooting range that has the junkyard.
Gotcha.
And there's 3 lanes. That map is fucking stupid. And if you like that map, you're fucking stupid.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, he didn't co-sign that one.
What?
Like he said allegedly, and you just stayed shut. Like, no, I said what I said.
No, yeah, I said, I just said it. And then Froggy leap.
What else? Division is getting a big ass overhaul, from what I understand.
So is Anthem.
Yeah, both of them are.
Well, I mean, one was in a way better state than the other. Like, one can get the reboot or the adjustment, and it's good. The other one, it's still going to be a massive leap of faith with a reboot.
No, yeah, hard.
Anthem was a shit show, obviously. Division, it was cool, but I feel like it wasn't much better. Like
visually and tech wise, it was like my turning point personally was the stupid ass raid when it first came out. It was like, you want to matchmake? Go fuck yourself. And I've never been back since then.
I think the game just fucking fizzled. I mean, like, that partially was an issue for me, but the fact that there was, like, nothing really interesting else to do in the game, that, because it's like Division 1 or Division 2 is just Division 1 in a different fucking state.
Yeah, and now we're going back to New York for the expansion.
Surprise, surprise.
I hope it's fun again, because that's when I first started playing with Boom and Big was Division 2.
Same?
Because I might still have that clip somewhere. I don't remember who the fuck we were playing with. But, like, I got fucked up because, like, 30 people came through a door, and I crawled all the way through the dirt to get to Boom, and he, like, said, fuck off, fuck you, and ran away. Then Big came to pick me up, and he got shot in the head and fell through the floor.
I remember this shit.
It was a good shit show.
See, but that kind of just gets me bummed out with everything, dude. Because, like, if you think about it, music, fashion, and, like, pop culture, like, did we hit the pinnacle in the 90s? Or, like, it seems like everything just goes back to the comfort zone, or, like, what is considered by the masses as good. Like, when they're trying to do something instead of doing something new.
I mean, the path of least resistance is normally what companies are going to take. It's a bit of a gamble to try something super new. And I think also at this point, we're at the point where we have our set genres. How much different, like how many different variations are we going to get that makes it new and interesting?
But what I'm saying is, if you look at the big games that we played this year, right? Borderlands 3, The Division 2. They're the same fucking game, just two different stories. Like, as far as gameplay and mechanics, it's the same fucking game. And those were like two of the biggest AAA titles that came out last year.
Yeah, it's two sides of the same coin. Looter shooter, one being more, play this one with your Excel spreadsheet, so you're min-maxing. The other one, play this with your Excel spreadsheet, but it's more fun. Or I wouldn't say more fun, less serious, where one is more tactical serious. That's about it.
And then Anthem, even though it was a flop last year, that was an anticipated game. Again, it's a looter shooter.
Right.
So that shit was anticipated for like 3 fucking years.
And that's the shit. I think that's the one with the most unrealized potential because of how fucked it was out of the gate. But in the end, you're right. It's the same flavor. It's the same thing as Borderlands. It's the same thing as Division. Looter shooter. What flavor are we giving you to make it slightly different?
And like with the Battle Royale craze of last year and the year prior, it's like, okay, cool. Like, one person made it. Like, I don't understand why companies just won't let it be.
Look, I'm legitimately surprised that genre hasn't died off a bit.
Like, the only one that, okay, so there's two like exceptions I have, because they were kind of like, they're not shooter games, but they have like a battle royale type aspect to them. Tetris 99, that game is fucking sick. Like, you're fucking playing Tetris, but you're looking where you want to send like the bricks to, so that you can knock out people and try to be the last one, all while the Tetris game is going and it's speeding up like normal Tetris. So that one was pretty sick. And then Forza, they have I think it's called the Eliminator, but it's like a battle royale type racing game. So like, you can level up your cars, like you can get faster cars, and then you meet up with somebody, you beep your horn, and then there's a race that you have to get to a certain destination, and then that person's knocked out. So like, in that aspect, it's cool, but like, how many fucking looter shooters do you need? How many fucking battle royale shooters do you need? It's like, it's the same shit. And like Call of Duty, going back to that, they have a new part of the menu that's classified, but rumor has it that that's their fucking battle royale that they're releasing again.
Right.
Like, do we really need another fucking Call of Duty Blackout? Not
So
really.
I think it's okay to have the option, because like, let's say you like looter shooters in general. but you don't like the the aesthetics or the overall feeling of the Division. You don't like the military ones, but you like something that's less serious and a little more jokey. Borderlands is for you, not the Division. Let's say you don't like either of those two, and you like the sci-fi-ish aspect. Anthem would have been for you. So I think it's okay to have that variety, but it shouldn't just be that's the only kind of genres we keep getting AAA titles in. Like there should be more racing games. There should be more, like whatever. There should be more of a variety overall in the types of games we're getting.
Like, look at how Untitled Goose Game was. It won Game of the Year at some award shows.
And the indie games still knock it out the park.
Yeah. And I just don't get why. Obviously now with Steam and the Nintendo Switch, there's a lot of indie support. But I just don't understand why big AAA companies aren't getting the hint. Like, hey, we want something different.
I think it's the shareholders. Like if they're gonna see
real
Southern on that one, right?
Yeah, you heard it?
Yeah.
Something different.
So I think it's just like the shareholders. Like, look, these are the numbers. This is the same recycled shit year after year. It sells. It's gonna peak a month or two afterwards. We're gonna make this much money on it. Rinse and repeat.
So I think I talked about this last week. A game called Yuka and Laylee, where it's if you played like Donkey Kong 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, it's a modern take on like those games. And you're a chameleon and a bat, and you just have to like there's no voice acting. Everyone's like the type sound when they talk. And it's all text. And I forgot how fucking funny that game is. Like the bat breaks the fourth wall all the time. And adds like a really good modern take on a classic style of game.
Could you imagine the money they fucking saved on voice acting by just going that route?
Yeah. Like there's one character, like you're trying to find like these golden pages to fill the book up. And there's like a series of pig nights from Ham-A-Lot. And like you come up to one and it's like eating a candy cane and he's all fat and he's got like donuts. And that bat's like, well, let me guess, you're going to have a food related name. He's like, I'm Sir Stuffs a lot. He's like, yep, called it. Like, it's funny like that. Like, that's a good, I wouldn't say it's an original idea, but it's a great take on an original idea.
So I forgot to send this to you guys because I just saw it today. But there's a game that came out on the 14th called Dreams.
The PlayStation one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Media Molecule. Like, the dudes that did Little Big Planet.
Fuck, I didn't know that. But like, if you log into the game, it's kind of like it's like the idea of Mario Maker, kind of, but they gave you an entire like engine. You could make any type of game you want.
That's cool.
I was thinking about getting into that and like.
Yeah, so if you're familiar, have you ever played Little Big Planet?
Yeah.
So you already know the kind of tools that you're gonna get. It's very user friendly. I mean, I don't know about Dreams if it's that user friendly, but Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet 2 were what made the PlayStation 3 for me. Because it was just fucking incredible, all the shit that you can make and do in that fucking game. And Media Molecule are the ones doing this game as well.
I forgot about Little Big Planet.
Those games were fucking funny, man.
That kind of had me excited for the next
Jalapeno out of jail. That was like my favorite level.
Like it was cool. The shit. Like I saw people making calculators in it because of the logic gates that you can program and do everything. It was fucking awesome.
Somebody made a reskin Super Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to check it out. And I also think I'm going to re-download Little Big Planet 4. Or I think it's 3.
3 was the last one, and 3 wasn't that good because it was very buggy because they handed it off to a different company. And something was missing. Like that magic for 1 and 2 wasn't there. That polish level wasn't there.
I feel like that's why I stopped playing it. But
so speaking of polish,
it doesn't hurt to re-download.
I was talking to my brothers about the Final Fantasy VII remake, And my older brother's biggest concern is going to be the voice acting they're putting in it. Because Square...
I remember you brought that up.
Square has a tendency to where when they make these games, like, yeah, the game quality is nice, but they just get, like, these nobody voice actors, and it turns out to be shit. Like, if you look back at...
Intern number 7.
No, Final Fantasy X. Like, Waka was voiced by the guy who does Bender from Futurama and Jake from Adventure Time.
Fucking DiMaggio.
Yes, thank you. Titus was another big name, and I think Riku was too. Like, they got, like, legitimate voice actors to do that. And granted, it has the ha 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 scene, which is atrocious.
I remember that.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that. But they're good voice actors. And they keep getting these fucking nobodies who can't voice act, and their game turns out like it takes away so much from the game.
So when you put in your application to voice act for them?
Me? Shit. I've been
Bring
waiting
up the
to hear
production
back.
value, guy.
They said I didn't have enough sponsorships.
GameStop, where you at?
GameStop, get your shit together.
GameStop, Microsoft.
Like GameStop,
who
I
else?
can get you product placement in a Final Fantasy game. And then you cannot sell it at your store because no one wants that shit.
Did we decide on an official label that we're butt chugging yet, or how does this work?
Only has to be Dom P.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it started with Dial P. It's going to end with
Let's
Dom.
get those business emails sent out.
Yeah, that and maybe some.
Mad Cats, let's
Moe.
go, baby.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Mad Cats.
I just have one request from Mad Cats. Can you send me a PS3 or a PS2 controller that has a fan in it?
Wait, what?
They made controllers with fans in them.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear.
Now, was the fan used to keep the controller cool or like fat guy at a music festival?
It's to prevent this shit from blowing up and melting on you, probably.
Could be used for clammy hands, or if you positioned it correctly, could use it as a crotch fan.
Big, you knew what I was talking about with the squirt bottle fans.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, the
Those
one with the
things
little
are
foam
awesome,
propellers? Yeah.
Hell yeah, those are so dope. I don't give a shit.
Got a conundrum for us, bud?
No, I've been so busy with school and work, man. I haven't even time to... Like, I found the faker thing, I think, yesterday. But let's put our minds together, and we'll find one as a unit.
We're keeping it, like, in the realm of crazy and shit, or are we trying to get all deep and shit?
Sure, we can go crazy, unless you guys want to get deep. Know what I'm saying?
Get that laugh track ready, boom.
You should always have it ready. Speaking of Sonic, is Sonic faster than the Flash?
No.
Yeah, I've never heard of any instance of Sonic doing time
Going through
travel.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, all you need to do is just fucking put like a metal spike, and when he runs into it, he's done.
Same with the Flash. Like the
No.
fuck? What, the Flash is immune to metal spikes? Make it wooden then.
No, but he travels fast enough where he's vibrating through physical objects.
If he
And
vibrates.
Sonic is useless without rings.
Well, give him one, then he's got 2 hits.
What is the thing? Are the rings the source of his speed, or just like what keeps him alive?
I'm not sure. When I watch the
What
movie
keeps him
tomorrow, I'll
alive?
let you know.
I mean, in games, like, he's still fast without the rings, because you can still haul ass with no rings on. You just better not bump into anything.
You gotta flick him, and he's fucking done.
Yeah, you step on a Lego with no rings, it's fucking game over.
If you step on a Lego at that speed, I think the world ends.
You can have
Legos
100
are
rings and step on a Lego and it's still an insta-death.
You goddamn right. It's like going off the map.
We could do a series of those. A couple of, like, who's faster, who's stronger, this or this, and pit them up from
If you do
different...
a who's stronger, Superman's not allowed to be in any of it, by the way.
Yeah, fuck Superman.
Superman's
Why?
bullshit.
I hate fuckers. I do not like Superman. I really don't.
Superman's horse shit. I hate it.
Okay, I was just seeing if I agree with you guys, and I do.
Fucking Boy
Nobody
Scout.
likes
Fucking hate him, dude.
He's literally indestructible.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
so...
unless you get some kryptonite.
Or magic. I don't like Superman because he's a really preachy fuck about how to be a human, but he's not human. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't relate. You don't understand.
Oh my god! You're that petty.
It gets on my nerves. I just don't like it, man. It's like the real morality is shut the fuck up. Nothing bothers you. Like, shut up.
Really
Damn.
Fucking petty.
I've always hated him for that reason. Like, get off your soapbox. You don't understand what it's like. You don't even need food. Everything you do is from the fucking sun. Shut up.
Does he shit?
I don't think he has to.
Does that mean he doesn't have a butthole?
Fucking prick. I just not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. Superman. My boss, huge Superman fan, and I just man
Makes sense now.
I just sit there and it's like it's cool.
You don't have to hate Superman because you hate your boss.
No, I've hated Superman before I started working there. I just not a fan. He's like the equivalent of Goku, like super plot shield.
You don't like Goku?
I'm more okay with Goku than I am with Superman. Vegeta's my character. I'm more of a Vegeta fan than I am a Goku fan.
Yeah, y'all saw that tweet about my anime thing?
Which one?
The one about something's happening. Like, oh no, why am I thinking about that at a time like this? And it goes to a flashback and then into a monologue.
I didn't see that one.
Bro, it's like fucking every anime has that.
Is it just me or is Twitter fucking garbage now? Twitter used to be cool.
You gotta find the right Twitter accounts, man. Like Captain Trubisky. That one's funny as hell.
Have any of you guys been to Twitter jail?
No.
No, I've been to real jail.
Go on.
Fuck you.
Now, is this the rodeo story, or are we talking about something else here?
No, I used to go to jail all the time to visit my mom.
Gotcha.
Okay, guy.
That's why I was laughing.
Don't be that
I've said this before, and I know it pisses Boom off. I know it pisses Boom
visit
off.
my.
Yeah, she works there.
I just forgot a lunch one time.
Yeah, I know it pisses him off, so I like saying it like that.
So the conundrum, yeah.
I'll get that was me snorting. Shut up. I'll get a philosophical one for next week for sure.
Alright, we'll just fucking end it there.
Wait, what happened to the train? I didn't hear it today.
It came by at like 10:30.
What the fuck?
I know. I did realize I came home from work while the train was going by a few days ago, and I've realized that I am close enough to hear the horn, but I'm far enough to not hear the brake squeak, which is a fucking blessing. Because like I got out my car and I have to park across the street, and it's just. I'm like, holy! If I heard that in my apartment, I'd punch through walls, man.
What about a would you rather kind of thing?
Did I go over the Mike Tyson would you rather?
I don't think so.
Would you rather get punched in the chest by a prime Mike Tyson, or take or get slapped by a rampaging Shaq?
Yeah, we had the.
Did we?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah. I remember.
I've been working on another would you rather, and I need the last part. Because the first part, it was would you rather orgasm every time you took a shit, but I don't know the other part.
That sounds like it's fucked.
Yeah.
Either way, man. Thank you guys so much for latest episode of the Other Controller podcast. We do appreciate the continued support. If you are checking us out on YouTube, please do hit that bell so you are notified every time we release a new podcast. And don't forget to subscribe. For Corndog, Brown, Steady, we are the Other Controller podcast. Have a wonderful week.
Also, if you guys have conundrum suggestions, might as well drop them in the comment section below.
And shout out to whoever that was on, I think, our latest episode who said the conundrums were her favorite part. I love you.
We'll let you down this week, but we're on it for next week. Don't worry about it.